This here is my new Ford Granada, 1982 model. The interesting fact with the Granada compared to, there is like a similar car, I mean similar is the wrong word, but like it usually goes hand in hand with the Ford Taunus. They are like a smaller Granada. The Taunus is a small Granada. The Taunus is also called Cortina in England. This one is actually an Ford Granada from 1982. The difference you first noticed from the Taunus, I have a couple of Taunus before, they are wider. I always measure my cars to get a scale of the size from the drip rail to drip rail, or whatever equal part you got. But this is 160 in wide centimeters, while the for the Taunus or Cortina is only 150. So you get 10 centimeters. And for you Americans, you're gonna get a bit scale. This is 10 centimeters, here. It doesn't look like much, but 10 centimeters is huge. At least for a road car and at this size. It's a huge difference. The first thing you notice with the car is its kind of styling. It's the mid, like the 80s. They have got more plastic than the previous years. There's plastic, there is the half chrome. If you go with the 1970, I don't know exactly when, but somewhere in the early 70s or mid 70s, they had the full chrome bumpers. They have a different body styling. I think it might be the same chassis since the 70s model, but they have replaced all of the fenders and updated the look of the car to give it more. Ford has a kind of styling that follow the classic. It looks a bit like an Audi. It reminds me about when the light swipes down. A lot of cars had those swiping down corner lamps. Ford had them on the Transit. They had it on the Escort, the Taunus. A lot of them. Take a look at the car. The problem is I tried to get the car in the frame and the car is a bit low and I'm or tall. This is the back. The back has a really decent opening of the door, and you can get in and out, which you can't really see now, but you got the front door, which is also really nice. It opens decently well, I will say. This is a this is a 4-door version, which gives you smaller doors. Let's go inside. Now we can look at the rear interior. The thing that's interesting is you get a lot of luxurious items. For example, you're getting armrests, which is a really good luxurious, in my opinion. You also get door pockets, which for a lot of people, door pockets seems to be, you take it for granted nowadays, but the Taunus I had, or a Cortina in that case, you had to pay extra to get the door pockets, or a VIP package to get the door pockets. So yeah, you get aftermarket stereo, which is good for everyone who want to listen to anything. The aftermarket wheel I added myself. I also replaced the stereo. It was aftermarket radio too, but it was a bit old, so I put in a Pioneer. It's still an old 80s Pioneer. So it's kind of like an old car inside. I haven't updated anything. I'm not going to plan to do it. Spares of features. Because if you look inside, we can't really tell you, but let's see. I'm inside the car now. I haven't a good picture. Here we go. So now you can see the car. It's a basic as a Ford can get. You get a heated seat, one button, which I think is the driver. You get the dimming for the lamps, like dimming for the gauges. You get the fog lamps, which doesn't work. Over this side you got to automatically open the boot, which is a nice feature, and the heated rear window. That's about where all the features end. Manual crank windows, manual lock, most of the things are manual. That's all we can say. It's a manual. I freshly replaced the clutch, so it's a brand new clutch in here. You actually get multiple speed. You get 1, 2, 3 speed on the fan, which is nice, but the first speed is way too slow to do any useful work. So you basically get 2-speed fan. That's my way of seeing it. That's about what you get inside the car. Let's check out the rear passenger compartment. It's, It's a nice comfy back seat. I'm pretty short, so you get plenty of leg room because I'm not taking that much length in this way. But normally a driver might be a bit longer, so but you still get plenty of leg room. It's bigger than a Cortina still. It's a really, those back seats has something. I mean, even the front seats are better, but they are actually spring-based seats, so you get another kind of ride. You also have an ashtray in the door armrest, which back in the day the kids were smoking, or the passenger back were smoking, and this was a luxurious car, which meant that the people that had the money wasn't in the front seat, the people that had money was in the back seat at this time. So therefore there's ashtray for the rich people, and legroom for the rich people, and headroom for the rich people. So yeah, that's basically the back seat. The headlining is in nice condition. There is this perforated vinyl, which holds up really well. The thing that doesn't hold up is the door card starts to fall away at some point. You see here, but other than that, it is in extremely good condition given its age. You can see a bit of wear on the carpet, but a bit of wear on the carpet is nothing compared to a falling apart interior, and all of the plastic is completely good shape. You can tell the age on the belt. They have been sun faded. Not the best in a crash collision, maybe. There's no headrest for the back passengers, so that's a safety feature you're going to not have. So if you're getting rear-ended in this thing, your passengers in the back might snap the neck, and you also get the explosion because the tank is in the rear, so you should not be get rear-ended in this tail boot. Here we go. Now I'm going to show the magic button. I press a button in the car and the magic does its thing. You see, the boat, even though it's been a really old boat, but yeah, you still got like a loading barrier, if you can say it that way. This thing here, you need to load over the tail lamps, and that was a downside at the car reviewing thing, that wanted this thing to be lower. But other than that, it's a huge space. It's really bigger than you expect in the boat, just because the car is longer than you expect also. So it's kind of both way. The floor mat in this is like a brand new shape. You can lift the carpet and you can see, you can't see, but if you can see, it's like brand new underneath. It's really good condition given its age. It's not much rust. Everything feels brand new. The smallest engine you can get in those cars is 2.0 liter 4-cylinder engine, so it's the smallest engine, only making 100 horsepower, which in your opinion is a small engine, but for my opinion, I'm used to slower cars than this, so for me it's a good peppy car. I have done some modification to it. Let's begin with the modification in the tail lamps. I basically have here is the fog lamps. I have only one fog lamp, so I modified them by adding 2 fog lamps and using them as brake lamps. So you get your regular position and brake lamp integrated in one lamp, BA15D, and then BA15S, which is the regular lamp, signal lamp. That thing uses as the brake, so I got the position and brake, turn signal. I also LED converted some of the lamps, like the license plate lamp, the reverse lamp, the brake lamps are LED converted. Not particularly the brake lamps, they are still incandescent. The LED conversion on them. Here's the headlamps. You get the LED lamps. So now you can see my headlamps. I also had replaced, there were fog lamps when I got the car, but they are replaced with Hella 3000 Xeon lamps, axillary lamps. They keep moving around a bit, so they're not the best when you're driving, but and also they scrape in the road when you go over a big speed bump. Let's start the car, you can hear the engine. Now she turned off. You can see the disturberator. I don't think this is original because I think it's supposed to be points. It's been replaced with a Duraspark unit, which gives you electronic ignition. Other than that, they have replaced the carburetor. They done the oil changed, the timing belt, I believe. At least it's a well-kept car. It's not the perfect running. I can tweak the disturberator a bit to get it to perform a little bit better, but it was running fine, and I didn't want to touch it anymore because those engines are famous for getting the timing wrong. I mean, famous because you can't use the timing mark. You never can. The disturberator is worn, or maybe it's not worn. Maybe it's just me that doesn't know how to adjust it. But it's really hard to get it right on these engines. So now the only thing that is left is to do a test drive. So there we go. Hearing me talk about the car for 10 minutes might be fun, but I know most of you are here to see me driving the thing, because I really enjoy seeing people drive cars, and especially enjoy driving cars myself, so yeah. She starts up like she should do when she has been get some fuel through the system. Yes, the idle is way too high. I tried turning it down twice and it seems to be adjusting itself straight up again. Also the choke is on. So yeah, this is not good for my clutch. I replaced the clutch, so I can do it again, but I'm gonna adjust it down. Just a bit, yeah, not seem to be happy on me right now, but yeah, she's cold. She can smoke a lot in the tail. But yeah, she's a bit on the choke side right now. So yeah, I'm just gonna let her settle down a bit when she gets hot. This is actually not a water controlled choke. This is an electronic controlled choke. So it's a cable that goes to the, just put into the ignition. Someone has replaced the new carburetor potentially comes with a new choke unit. I can't tell you what's going on, but yeah, someone has put in a carburetor, not particularly well, but at least it's a new carburetor, which a lot better than you might expect. She's a bit unhappy on some of the range, but that's because I'm lagging an engine and I'm not supposed to lag the engine. There we go, now we can take a better acceleration. Like you expect a 100 horsepower engine is supposed to pull, which is good. She sings well, expect the high idling on the leaking exhaust parts. Even though those kind of things, she's a really silent engine. I mean, silent throat. The cab is not filled with the rumors. Now we are traveling at 80 km an hour, which is roughly, I'm not sure what it is, but it's like 55 miles per hour. So yeah, so 80k going at. Got no rev counter, so I can't tell you what the engine is doing in revolutions, but we are in the highest gear, 4-speed engine, and she doesn't scream away. She goes really, like, she feels really happy. She's not too high revs, and she goes like she should do. And now we're gonna give her full gas. Not much is happening, but she's still giving it. If you want her to go a bit more, you put it in third gear, and then she pulls away. They were hitting 100. 110. And we don't should go any faster than that. know someone has decided that their car is much faster than my car. So I don't really know what are they gonna gas? Gas? Yeah, I think they are gassing. I don't think you can see them, but yeah. They are something. Hear that she's not super happy. When I go down to the engine braking, she almost backfires. I need to check the timing, but she pulls like you shouldn't. You can hear her, which is not supposed to sound like that, but yeah. Also, the exhaust leak makes it a bit more obviously, I think. And also that the idle is too high, but ignore those facts for now. We can take him. And this don't fall over now. Really sings like she wants it to. Yes. I'm sorry for the shakiness of the camera, but yeah. It might be the vibration. She runs really nice. Can't really pass them right now because there is a hole in the room which we need to sway out the way. But we can pass them